our lead story of the day is regarding Manhattan District Attorney Alvin Bragg suing House Judiciary Chairman Jim Jordan, Republican of Ohio, escalating a standoff over the prosecutor's investigation into former President Donald Trump. The 50-page lawsuit, which accuses Jordan of, get this, obstruction and interference, seeks to block congressional subpoenas linked to his inquiry into Trump making alleged hush money payments during the 2016 election cycle. This is how far back they're willing and trying to go. And one of the mechanisms that Alvin Bragg is trying to do to put Trump behind bars is extend the life of the statute of limitations by basically saying, hey, you know what? He wasn't living in New York City. So the time he wasn't in New York City basically disqualifies him from enabling that extension of the statute of limitations. So in a nutshell, Alvin Bragg is going to extend the statute of limitations on his side for when Trump wasn't living in New York City, which is it's not a foolproof argument. It's really going to fall apart. And it's not just me saying that. Many, many lawyers on both the right and the left are the ones saying that as well. And furthermore, it just goes to show you how far the Democrats are willing to put not just Trump behind bars, but also go after Republicans. And we were seeing this, yes, even in 2016, where heck, let's even go further beyond that. In 2008 forward, where the Obama administration was utilizing the IRS to go after conservatives and political opponents. And we also see that from Joe Biden as well. And the point I want to make here is, anytime somebody wants to put America first, Americans first in general, make America great again, they're going to go after that individual. And the main person that's kind of representing that whole idea is Donald Trump. They don't like him. They don't like that idea. So what are they going to do? They're going to do everything they possibly can to put this man behind bars. And what I've said, and I find this so interesting, is that the only thing they can get this guy on is roughly $130,000 of hush money that supposedly came from a porn star in terms of him paying her off to be quiet about it, in which she broke that NDA and had to pay Trump lawyer fees of like $600,000+. This is all they can get on Trump. I mean, they have gone so far in depth on this guy that literally they searched his underwear drawer. You can't say that much about Joe Biden. One, you don't want to search that guy's underwear drawer. Lord only knows what you're going to find. I mean, the guy wears diapers, but you understand what I'm saying, folks. Okay, let's keep it clean here. It's a family show, okay? But it shows you that they're willing to do anything they can to go after not just conservatives, but also former presidents, which has never, ever been done before. This is the first time. They're going to silence you on YouTube, like we're seeing here on the Paul Brad Show. Big Tech's going to silence conservatives, literally, like we've seen happen to Charlie Kirk, Jordan Peterson, and others, the editor-in-chief of the Babylon Bee. I mean, you have all these people being silenced by Big Tech, all because they don't go along with the Democrat Party's narrative. I mean, you literally have the Biden administration coming out and calling you a threat to democracy. All of us here are, because we're MAGA supporters, we're Trump supporters, or hell, we just love America. Somehow we're a threat to democracy. And you're an extremist. Literally, you watching this show are an extremist just because you love this country. It's astonishing. Well, last week, Jordan announced a subpoena demanding a deposition from New York County Special Assistant District Attorney. Geez Louise, what a name. God, calm down with this naming stuff. Look at this. New York County Special Assistant District Attorney Mark Pomerantz. Holy lordy. Who has been gung-ho, basically, about criminally charging Trump. I mean, this guy's been doing everything he possibly can. Pomerantz abruptly resigned along with one other prosecutor leading the Trump inquiry in February of last year after Bragg reportedly expressed doubts about the case he inherited from his predecessor. In a resignation letter that later came to light, Pomerantz insisted, folks, that Trump was guilty of numerous felony violations. Isn't it amazing? Is that you're innocent until proven guilty, but basically he's charging Trump that Trump is guilty until proven innocence. That's basically what he's saying here. So guilty of numerous felony violations. He has since opened a law firm with the other prosecutor who quit, Carrie Doon, and earlier this year came out with a tell-all book called People vs. Donald Trump. Jordan said Pomerantz's public statements about the investigation, quote, strongly suggest that Bragg's prosecution of President Trump is politically motivated. Yeah, I would say so. I mean, just listen to what Bragg has said before and during right now. Listen to those like Pomerantz was saying during and now it came out with a telltale book or a tell-all book, whatever, however you want to phrase it. I mean, it is insane how much they're willing to go after this guy. And like, if you notice your Democrat friends are like turning a blind eye to all this, that they don't even want to talk about it. You notice that? Like, where are all they on social media? Can you imagine if the Republicans put this kind of effort in going after Joe Biden, which, by the way, is actual legitimate argument about going after Joe Biden because we got the guy on tape. We got the guy's son on tape. We have emails. I mean, we have way more evidence about what Joe Biden has done than what Trump has done. And like I said, they're going after $130,000 of hush money. Really? That's where you want to spend your time? Trump, who has broadly denied any wrongdoing in months into another bid for the White House, Jordan, a supporter of the former president, has placed scrutiny on federal funds being used in the probe. Absolutely. Bragg's office said roughly $5,000 in federal forfeiture money was used on expenses related to the investigation of Trump and the Trump Organization that were incurred between October 2019 and August 2021. Jordan responded by saying the panel may consider legislation, quote, to enhance reporting requirements concerning the use of federal forfeiture funds and or to prohibit the use of federal forfeiture funds to investigate a current or former president or presidential candidate. With Jordan signaling this month that others, including Bragg himself, may also be subpoenaed as they demand information from the prosecutor's office. The lawsuit also asks the court to declare an invalid any subpoena targeting the district attorney or current or former employees of his team. You have, like I said, at the beginning of this, I said there's a standoff between these two. I mean, things are going to get real interesting real quick here. Bragg's lawyers filed the lawsuit in New York federal court in addition to Jordan. The suit lists the House Judiciary Committee and Pomerantz as defendants. Here's a quote. The subpoena seeks to compel Mr. Pomerantz to testify in a deposition on April 20th. Chairman Jordan's demands, including his subpoena to Mr. Pomerantz, seek highly sensitive and confidential local prosecutorial information that belongs to the office of the district attorney and the people of New York. Basic principles of federalism and common sense, as well as binding Supreme Court precedents, forbid Congress from demanding it, the lawsuit says. I mean, you got a spiderweb of crazy ish here. The Daily Wire asked the Judiciary Committee for comment and was directed to a tweet sent by Jordan on Tuesday afternoon. Quote, first, they indict a president for no crime, not wrong. Then they sue to block congressional oversight. When we ask questions about the federal funds, they say they used to do it. So now they're trying to hide stuff. So it's amazing here how the Democrats want to get away with doing everything they possibly can to make sure that Trump doesn't run again. All the while, they want to exacerbate and basically continue to sell us on the idea that Democrats don't do anything wrong. Joe Biden's done everything right. Although Joe Biden's not willing to do a press conference. When he does, he fumbles through his words. You don't have to look any further than his latest gaffe of him fumbling through his words of trying to answer the question, are you going to run in 2024? I mean, that's where we've gotten with this guy. He can't actually answer if he's going to run in 2024 or not. Not even like dance around the question. He literally just can't answer it. He fumbles through his words. He started talking about eggs and finding eggs and losing them. I mean, the only thing he's losing is this, his head. So we got more bleep storm going on with this Manhattan District Attorney Alvin Bragg on something that probably didn't need to go through. Yes, if Trump did do whatever he did in terms of misappropriating funds or campaign funds or whatever what it is, it's wrong. But it's $130,000. I mean, it's weak sauce to go after him for that. And you know what? Quite frankly, if the coin was flipped on Hillary or Joe Biden, and it's never been done before, there was like no precedents, and I'm like, are we really going to go after Hillary or Joe Biden on $130,000 of hush money years ago? I'd probably say let's not waste our time and our money on it because it's going to cost a lot of money. As much as I would like to see certain people behind bars, because I do think that they did break the law and they definitely worked the system and they basically destroyed this country from the inside out, which we keep saying as a theme here on the Bald Brad Show. And, you know, hey, let's plug it one more time, folks, because it's in our book, Trojan Horse, How the Left is Destroying America, in conjunction with the Democrat Party as well. Amazon, Barnes & Nobles, Walmart, link is in the description. Grab yourself a copy, folks. Maybe we'll do signed copies one day. If we can get more copies in here, I will sign some and I'll just sell it kind of on the back end or whatever. But the Democrat Party wants to destroy this great nation. They're trying to destroy number 45. And once they're done with him, folks, where do you think they're going to move on to? Where do you think they're going to push all this stuff on? They're going to push it on all of us. They're trying to see if they can get away with it on him. If they can get away with it on Trump, can you imagine what the federal government could do to you? Let me know, folks, what you think about all this in the comment section. Really, YouTube wants to see you interact with the channel, as do I. So the live chat does not help with interacting with the channel. I don't know why. Either it does and YouTube's just trying to screw us, but whatever you write in the live chat, just throw it in the comment section as well. They do want to see the interaction. Basically, the more people that comment and watch all the way through, they're going, oh, people love this video. Let's send it out to more people so they can consume more content. There's a lot that goes into that as well, but your help and support would be greatly appreciated. I hope you enjoyed that clip from the Bald Brad Show. If you did, make sure to hit that subscribe button so you can stay up to date on all our future content.